Guys, as August opens its gates, there's this massive wave of energy recalibrating is just sweeping across the globe. What lies beneath the surface of the headlines for the first half of the month? Let's pull back the veil and let's look at the divine blueprint unfolding right now. Welcome, beloved souls. This is Stargate Soul Intuitive. I'm the Archangel Messenger. Thank you for joining me today in this sacred space, bringing you this channeled angel guidance for August 1st through the 15th, 2026. I was channeling and Spirit is moving fast. There's so much shifting that is happening across our collective, across the globe. And let's just dive right in. So let's get to my channel global forecast from August 1st through the 15th, 2026, beginning with politics and our government. When I was channeling, I was most receiving things globally, like behind closed doors. I saw a lot of things internationally, kept seeing a lot of international postage telling me international, seeing the country flags, and seeing a lot of international tables and these experiencing sudden sharp shifts in strategy. So how they're creating, they're making deals, what they're creating with that strategy. So do expect some unexpected policy announcements or a real swift executive reshuffle that really catches the mainstream media off our guard around the mid-August. So wait to hear that. And the energy is really encouraging transparency, even when the resistance seems very high. Now, when I look at the USPS focus, for those of you that are navigating that inner working of the Postal Service, if you have a job in the Postal Service, if you're a carrier, if you're a clerk, so Spirit is highlighting this period of intense structural pressure. So it seems like there's a lot of meeting of energetic breakthrough. At the same time, there's a feeling like workload feels very heavy, and there's a lot of unseen angel protection that is really surrounding all the frontline workers. So if you're feeling that you're not really protected, you are surrounded and protected from your angels. There does seem to be a lot of administrative changes. These are coming from up above and high up that are really brewing beneath the surface. So really stay centered in your personal power and refuse to absorb that surrounding chaos. So do what you have to do, keep yourself grounded and clear, and don't respond in anger and rashness. Just, take a step back, don't respond, don't react, take a breath, just step away and avoid that chaos, okay? When I look at the money and the finance, real estate, this is one of my favorites because we look at like sudden market fluctuating. I also see there's going to be a surprise banking headline between the 4th and the 8th of August. So I kept hearing the 4th and the 8th of August really pushing all of us in the collective to be very grounded and very cautious about asset management. So I keep hearing very cautious, stay very grounded, asset management, 4th to the 8th. There's going to be some kind of surprise headline. And I'm also hearing Spirit advising, hold off on impulsive investments. Be patient in your highest currency right now. Just stay patient. And in real estate, there seems to be a lot of property markets that are experiencing this energetic standoff where the buyers seem a little hesitant. And this is mostly coming due to like the interest rates that seem to be shifting. I've noticed that they were hitting up towards 7%. So while sellers are being forced to just recalibrate that pricing to really match a true value, and with that appraisal coming in, there's a window of stable negotiations that seems to be opening up right around August 12th for you. So keep in line, August 12th could be a really benefit day for you in the real estate market. So mark that down. When I look at gas and food, things that have been going on in our global world, there seems to be a lot of surging summer demand. And this is like, I kept seeing like the chain of hiccups. So like hiccups, but like a chain. And it creates like this temporary, temporary points at the pump, and the grocery aisles also very early in the month. So, we're kind of pinching points at the pump. So wherever we can pinch our pennies, pinching our points at the pump, at the grocery aisles, this will be early in the month. And Spirit's really suggesting that we keep a well-stocked pantry and kind of practice very mindful consumption as a tool for peace of mind. Okay, so kind of focus on that. And as far as looking at our heat, our climate, Mother Nature, the storms, the hurricanes going on around the world, and Mother Nature is speaking loudly during, now I'm going to say a word and it's not the game, but during this fortnight. So Mother Nature is speaking very loud during this fortnight because extreme heat, there seems to be like continuing to dominate the southern and those interior regions, while there's a lot of tropical Atlantic energy that are waking up. So you may see, read, hear a lot of Atlantic energy that's really storming, building up. So keep a close eye on the tropical developments forming in the Atlantic Gulf and those sectors between the 9th of August and the 14th. That seems to be what my angels were showing me, like the most rapid, intense is a strong signature here, okay? And when I look at like health and wellness, what is our viral energy? What is going on with our nervous system? I know a lot of us are feeling, our nervous system seems to be feeling like very strained. There's a lot of planetary upgrades and it's so rapid, it's fast. And we're feeling a lot of fatigue, we're feeling brain fog, we're feeling this sudden immune system, kind of the ups and the downs, waving in and out. And they seem to be very prevalent as we get towards these high frequencies that are flowing in and shifting. So focus really heavily on staying hydrated and try to ground barefoot in the earth. I know most of us like to go outside and stand outside and it's so hot. So be careful if you do go outside, and you are standing barefoot, do not burn the bottom of your feet. Especially watch those ones that are, sensitive skin, diabetes. You definitely don't want to have, burn the bottom of your feet, gentle children, the elderly, those with illnesses and health issues. So really caution, you can chill, maybe water the grass a little bit, make it cooler to stand on to really kind of ground and feel like a grounding in the earth. Do that maybe when the sun goes down, have some shade. And it'll really help open up that nervous system to kind of help regulate that, okay, and open up those channels. But besides that, when I looked at health, wellness, and our viral energy, I wasn't seeing any like major viral panic and just seasonal exhaustion, just really needing gentle self-care. So be certain that you are taking self-care and you're around those that nurture you and support you in your self-care, because that's very, very important that you have those around you that help nurture you and do support you and understand that you may need some self-care and nurturing as well, because you can't just do it all and wear your heart out on your sleeve and go 24/7 helping the world when, you know, things are breaking down in your own inner world. When I look at the new school year and our kids' focus, I went as far as 2026 and 2027. So school entering the new school year and what 2027 brings our kids' focus. Where are our families preparing? What's the focus year? And I see like there's a lot of families that are preparing for this upcoming year of school with their academics. I see all the kids are picking up their heavy parental stress, and they're picking up a lot of stress just in the society, okay? And you know, this social stress, they're really picking it up. So maybe limit them on watching so much news, and you know, maybe have them play some fun games, shift their energy, have them read a book, you know, play a board game, play something fun, watch a funny movie, kind of shift that energy so they're not constantly hearing all gloom and doom and whatnot. So you want to kind of open up that outlet and have the angels help parents, the educators to really help prioritize emotional safety this year into 27 and those creative outlets. And intuitive listening for kids is really entering the classroom this year and in 27. So you may notice and see and hear that there's going to be a lot more intuitive listening for kids that are entering the classroom this season. And it seems to be like there's a lot of the classes and the school boards, they are facing heated debates regarding some digital integration and holistic well-being. So be on the lookout for that. You may see some sparks of that. So pay attention to that, jot it down, and we'll just see what it is. And I would love to hear back from you guys. So, you know, let me know in the comments. When I got to pets and animals, this is like a very sensitive thing for me because I love my pets. I've always loved pets, and our pets are just like our children. They're our furry companions, and these furry pets are, you know, very especially sensitive, and these especially sensitive souls, like dogs and cats mainly, right now, like mainly dogs and cats. Keep picking up, keep seeing, keep hearing in my channeled message that they're just extremely sensitive, and they are acting out and feeling up all the energetic sponge from the household stress right now. So if you've noticed maybe your dog or your cat maybe acting up, maybe they've had an accident in the house, maybe they're acting differently, maybe they're quiet, shut down, perhaps they're all fired up and barking for no reason. They go outside and they're barking, there's no one out there. So there's a lot of things that's going on in the home with household stress that's causing them, you know, to act out because they are this energetic sponge, and they're just very sensitive souls right now between the 1st and the 15th of August. So give them some extra grace, some extra petting, be calm, offer them some calming, perhaps maybe some herbal support, and if needed, just make sure that you're securing their outdoor space as these summer storms come rolling through, because I am seeing a lot of summer storms still rolling through. So we want to make sure they don't get through those gates, running through the alleys and the streets and getting hit by cars or anything. We want to make sure that they're safe and they are at home where they belong with their family, protecting you. And I was also feeling, this is like when I ask my angels and guides, is there anything else that you see? Is there anything that I need to know, that maybe the collective needs to know? And I saw Spirit flashed this really, like, this sudden flash, and it was just really fast, and I saw like a phone and a computer. So it's technology and communication, because the phone is communication and the computer is all about technology, right? So, and I keep hearing the word glitches. And then I saw the globe. And so what I'm hearing is there's going to be a lot of sudden technology and communication glitches around the globe mid-month. So make sure, if you haven't done it already, you might be already feeling it intuitively. I keep hearing back up important files, double check your travel, like your itinerary. Make sure you double check, dot your I's, cross your T's, and remember that when the outer grid flickers, your inner grid remains completely stable. Okay, so that was something that Archangel Uriel and Gabriel wanted me to let you know. So when the outer grid flickers, your inner grid does remain completely stable. Okay, so thank you so much for sharing this sacred space with me today. Do remember to protect your energy, lean into your inner truth, always your inner truth, and never judging anyone, and shining your light brightly no matter what is shifting around you, and always be understanding and unconditional love. And if this message resonated with your soul, don't forget to leave a like, follow, subscribe, so you may never miss another update. And until next time, stay blessed, stay guided. I hope everyone has a most beautiful day. Bye.